Hello softball fans, it's Steve Butler, and I've had a net here at my home for years. I'm going to show you how to make one of those real quick. We went to Home Depot, and this conduit cost maybe 10 bucks a piece. They're 10 foot tall, and these are the sides that we're going to use. And this is all 1 3/4. It can be whatever size you want, but the smaller the better. This is the top, and I think this is 1 3/4. And what holds it together is 1 1/2 or 1 1/4 inch, and we'll show you how that works. But let Bob and I put some of this together, and then I'll kind of walk you through what we do. All right? I bought a 12 by 15 piece of net from Jugs for $54, and all I'm doing is I'm taking the edge on both sides and I'm weaving it on these last pieces. And that's the problem if you go too big. If you go 1 3 or 1 or 2 inch or whatever, then it won't fit on the weave. But all we're doing is just weaving the edge, this last section, on the pole. Now what we're going to do is the next smaller size of conduit, just slide right down in there, and then the top piece right here, it slides in right here after you've weaved the top section of net onto this top piece. Alright? We'll show you what it looks like here in a second. Alright softball fans, here it is, all put together. It's weaved on the poles and the top. Bob and I are going to stand it up here in a second, and when we do, I've got these poles. I just happen to have that round pole there on the right, and those poles right there, they're just T-posts. And get a couple of T-posts from Home Depot, and when you're there, and make sure that they'll slide into the end of your poles, and that's what your net is going to stand on. And it's flexible, it's loose, and it moves around and it gives, and that way you don't have a problem with it being too tight and then breaking. Alright? Well, there you go. I've got a new net, so I won't be shooting no balls through there and breaking out my window. And we've even got the tee. Folks, this is the same tee that George Swinging a Miss uses in his videos. See, look how tall that sucker is. It's taller than he is, folks, but that's an exact replica of the tee that George uses. He was good enough to lend it to us, so we appreciate it. Alright, y'all have a good day. Hey softball fans, Bob's going to take a few swings, and we're hitting today these Trump BP balls. They're plastic, and these balls definitely will not tear up your bats. And if you're like me and you're hard on bats, then call Eric at Anaconda Sports and get some. If you want a little better BP ball, then get a hold of Bobby Bugs at Evil Sports, and he can hook you up with some of his balls. They really fly. And as you can see, since I bought that 12 by 15, and I think the top of that, it's 10 foot high, and it's probably about 8 feet across. There's in that 12 by 15 piece of net, there's enough slack in it that the ball goes out, and if it's too tight, I learned this the hard way, it'll shoot that ball right back at you. And so go to Jugs, order the piece of net, and then go to Home Depot and get these other pieces of conduit. And you can see how the ball flies into the net, and you know, obviously you can't see how far you're hitting it, but you can keep the rust off this winter by coming out of here and getting some swings. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Bye.